Well, as is usual, I'm prone to pressing the wrong button on my phone, and I did that. So now this is part 2 of my video on how to handle and tame your green tree python. For those of you that watched part 1, you may have noticed that I was able to reach in and remove my 9-month-old green tree python, and I didn't get bit. That's good. That's good. But you're saying, if I did that though, with mine, it would be biting me rapid fire over and over again, and my hand would be covered in blood. So, that's easy for you to say because your snake's peaceful. Mine are not that way. Well, to understand how I got to where I am right now, let's go back and pretend that this is a neonate, just born, baby green tree python. So I'm going to put him back. He's already calmed down. I put him back in his container since I got finger pressed the wrong button. I'm going to get him out again here. Let me just move a few things. Bear with me a second. Pardon me. Okay, so get that keyboard out of the way. And here we go. Here's the, let's see if I can adjust the camera and not press the on-off button again. There we go. Okay, so here's the neonate. Maybe if I turn him that way, you can see him better. But anyway, his head's here. His head's here. Pretend this was a baby, newborn. He's not going to be striking at you like crazy because he doesn't even want to eat until after he first sheds, okay? And I really wouldn't advise handling them at that young of an age. But what you can do is that you can introduce yourself to them. You can put your hand near them. Let them feel the warmth of your hand, okay? Let them feel the warmth of your hand. And that's it. You're checking on them. You're making sure they've got water in their water dish. Everything's okay. You just sort of introduce yourself, put the lid back on, put them away. Do that whenever you do your maintenance, okay? You could even touch them somewhere, but don't touch them near the head. The closer to the tail, the more comfortable they'll feel with that. So I could lightly touch that one there, and I could even lightly touch him underneath down here. See, he probably knows I'm touching him. He just trusts me. Anyways, I can lightly touch him, and that's it. Put the lid back on. You're done. Do that. That way, the snake knows that you're not a threat. And then, when you go to pick him up, be very gentle, careful. Try not to make him feel fear, or be very careful not to hurt him. Okay? So that's how we got to this point with this snake. So where do we go from here? What I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss more at this point how to avoid some of the most common mistakes people make, and that is feeding mistakes. If you don't let your green tree python know whether you're going to be feeding them or picking them up to remove them from their container, if all they ever know is that you feed them, then they're going to be ready to strike at pretty much anything you put in there. That's just by conditioning. However, if you do handle your snakes occasionally, and you do it in such a way that they're not fearful, that they're comfortable with you, then chances are, even before you put in prey, your snake is going to wait to see if it smells prey before being in its strike position. Unless, of course, your snake is really hungry, in which case it's probably not such a great idea to be handling a snake that's basically on the verge of malnutrition because it's just hunting all the time, trying to get food. Generally what I do is I have my snakes reasonably well fed. A lot of people say my snakes are fat. Okay, fine, they're fat. So what? I'm still successful, and of course I normally get lots of bad comments about that. Maybe I'll learn something from you in the future when you can demonstrate your points better. Those of you who think my snakes are fat. So anyways, that rants aside. Sorry about that. Let me put the camera back up here, and next we're going to move on to a little bit bigger green tree python. Hopefully I can do that live for you right now. Let me put this away. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to stop this before I press the wrong button and upload it, because it takes a long time to upload on Facebook.